Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the man who thought a Magnum 44 was the world's most powerful ice cream, Craig Charles.
You know, I can't understand people obsessed with extreme sports. For a start, I don't trust skydiving, especially to say don't open your parachute until you're through the cloud level. I mean, what if it's foggy? And they say nothing compares to the adrenaline rush of bungee jumping. But really, next time try it without the elastic. Besides, there's only one extreme sport, and that's Robot Wars. And you don't need to have left your brain in the fridge to do it. So, who won't be taking it to the max this week?
Well, Craig, the underdogs are Bolt from the blue and Ming 2 against the number 21 seeds Jiotio, and the Morgan Scar against the number 5 seeds Firestorm. But are they in danger? And if so, from whom, Jules?
In the pit from Leamington Spa, Scar. Ferocious cutting blade at the front there. They're going to shred everything inside, apparently. Now, this is the Morg team with their wonderful philosophy. Boys never grow up. Their toys just get more dangerous. Here they are on Robot Wars. Hilarious, though, coming from the guys that told me their two tactics were one, run away, and two, hide in the pits. The Firestorm team are back. Hello, guys. Now, there was a potential drama here because you came in slightly overweight.
Yeah.
What have you done to counteract that?
Changed a couple of the batteries, taken the bigger ones out and put the little ones in. And replaced these metal balls with these plastic balls.
Well, it's all in the balls on Robot Wars, is it not?
Ah, yes. I love the smell of fear in the morning. Let the wars begin!
And there they are, fans of destruction, mashing and mayhem.
From Leamington Spa, Scar.
To lead Scar's 3 hardened steel cutters at the front. It can be driven clockwise or anti-clockwise, powered by 2 wheelchair motors. The only Scar tissues we leave to soak up the tears of robot ear failure.
This is our robot Scar. I'm Chris. That's Tony, my brother.
Hi. We've got a 3mm outer steel shell. We have silicon-filled tyres. We also have on the front, we have a 6-bladed heavy wheel on the front. We can also run inverted with the steel balls on here.
From Swansea, Morg.
Morbid name, hopes alive and kicking with a shunt and lifting system of forks used in adjustable beds. The shell's Kevlar, the undertaking of the Morg boys to cause grave problems for the house robots.
Hello there, we're the Morg team. This is our body made of Kevlar. We're going to take this off, boys. And inside you'll be able to see that at the back we have 2 motors here off a Scania truck, which are controlled by a control card here. We've got our servo controllers here and the actuator which operates our weapon. This actuator comes off an orthopedic bed, and our weapon at the front is then linked to that with our aggressive spikes and protection using the aluminium checker plate. Thank you.
From Durham, seed number 5, Firestorm.
They came third in the 3rd series, and they've updated Firestorm 2 over 3 months with a fire extinguisher CO2 gas power flipping arm secret weapon, very manoeuvrable on the go-kart wheels. And this is what happened in the 3rd Wars. You can see the power in the drive there and why they're seeded 5 this time. Now look at the use of the flipper. You know, against Class and Chaos 2, when push came to shove, Firestorm out the ring. Tra-la-la-la-la.
Right, we're back here for another war with Firestorm 2, and this year we're going to win. Hi, Grimborn, Alex Mordew, Firestorm 2, bigger and better than the last wars, bigger gas supply, bigger rams, bigger batteries, bigger motors, bigger and better. We're here to win, we're here for our revenge on Chaos 2.
Roboteers, stand by.
Let's have a look at them. Scar with the cutters, the Morg with the lifting forks, and Firestorm 2 with the flipping arm.
3, 2, 1, activate.
Firestorm 2 on the left of your picture, seeded 5, immediately on the attack. On the boys from Scar. Now, can they right themselves there because they're in real trouble? Yes, they can is the answer. To nudge in on the boys from Swansea, the first-time competitors for the Morg. But Firestorm 2 driving on, sensing here that Scar is the most dangerous of the 2 opponents, but wedged in between the 2 now, Firestorm 2. The Morg with Dorian Cody, the captain, a teacher at Morriston Con, getting themselves back on the attack. A broadside there on Scar, Back comes Firestorm 2 underneath Scar. We've seen how the Scar team can right themselves. Chris Adams and Tony Adams. Can Morg right itself under attack from Firestorm 2, driving it against the arena side wall. Look at this for power from Firestorm 2, using nearly 80 kilos of strength there. And the Morg 2, I think, out of it now, which leaves these two to survive. Danger from the house robots. You can see no future for the Morg. A grave position for them. Morg moribund. Now, Firestorm to attack Scar. Plenty of scars from Killalot on the Morg. Pit, 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 pit. How young do you have to be a sadist, I wonder? The Morg onto the flame pit. Ah, the cremation of the Morg. Firestorm 2 again pins Scar onto the arena wall. And they can't get that drive unit working there. The Morg's out of it. You can see that from Dorian's exasperation. Oh no, you can't zombie-like rise from the pit and the grave there. You're out of it, the Morg. You've gone.
Well, the Morg gets cremated. Scar and Firestorm through to the next round.
The defeated Morg team, the boys with the toys, but your toy wasn't quite dangerous enough.
No, it wasn't. I mean, we had our roll system which rode up against the fence, unfortunately. We always knew that was going to be our sort of weakest point, but he couldn't flip us. We got a really good low centre of gravity. We're gutted that we're out. We're absolutely gutted. And you could see we could drive off right at the end there, so it was obviously working. We're unlucky on this occasion, and we're going to come back for a grudge match, and he's going to be having it, I tell you.
Now I hear you boys were very keen on the cocktails and the karaoke in the bar last night. So.
Yes, and old Tom Jones, he served us well last night, and Delilah and all the rest of it.
Why are you out then, the Morg? It's not unusual, Firestorm 2 going through, and Scar with them. And next up, Diotior, Bolt from the Blue, and Ming 2.
Well, it's all happening here in the pits just moments before the melee. Ming 2 here is getting gassed up. These guys went out in the last wars in the first round.
Yep, should do better this time. Good luck.
Good luck to them. From the Lake District, we've got a Bolt from the Blue. Now, apparently, if I stood on this, it would lift me right up to the ceiling, which is, what's that, 50 foot, something?
It's a long way.
It's a long way. There's a team from Ireland here called Diotior, and they might not even make it into the melee. Something has gone wrong. Peter, what's happening?
We had to replace our speed controller because we had a little accident with the orbit. So.
How long is it going to take you? Because you haven't got long.
But I'd say another 10 minutes, hopefully. And then we have to retest and re-rig it, so 10 minutes until we're to be on in 10 minutes.
From Kendal in the Lake District, Bolt from the Blue.
A flipper arm can dispatch opponents with a bolt of compressed air power. Top speeds of 10 miles an hour, a zero turning circle, good specs. But do these newcomers have pecs?
Right, this is my robot, Bolt from the Blue. I'm James Proctor. My teammates are Chris Ellery and my dad. Its weapon is a pneumatic flipper, which is powered by compressed air, which can lift around half a ton. It's powered by wheelchair motors, which can pull a metro, which we did several times. We've got compressed air cylinder at the back, which powers the weapon. The way we control it is we've got mechanical speed controllers rather than electrical, which tend to go wrong less, we hope. And for traction, we've just got some foam wheels.
From Dublin, seed number 21, Diotior.
Phew, they've made it, the Irish boys. Great sports in the past with their polka dotty design and flammable fur brain machine with its zero turning circle, minimal ground clearance and spike weapon. Well, last time they had trouble too. The robot dismantled completely going through customs from Dublin on the way to the Third Wars, but they recovered, nudged onwards until Firestorm said, ashes to ashes, dust to dust, you go away in peace to rust.
My name is Kieran Bourne. This is Pete Redmond. This is the robot Diotior, and as you can see, 4 again. This is the weapon, and Pete will tell you about the weapon.
Well, this year the weapon has improved. It should be twice as fast as it was last time. The motors are slightly faster as well, so we've got a little bit more power and a little bit more go.
From Bath, Ming 2.
15 miles an hour, top speeds for the top weight in the heat. 2 spikes to each side, a flipper 2 for Ming 2. But Ming the Merciless, I doubt it. What about you? Ming matched with Mortis in the third wars, and the Cottrell family want a rematch because they were beaten when their flashing blade dangerously flew off.
My name's Andrew, and these are my 2 sons, Alexander and Oliver, and this is Ming 2. We're back to fight another war, and I hope we'll be a bit more successful than the last one. We've got a much meaner machine. This is Ming 2 with the flipping platform in the middle. It works both ways up. I've got a mechanism at the front to enable me to get underneath other robots so that I can flip them, and I have 2 air-driven spikes on the side, which I hope to inflict some serious damage.
Roboteers, stand by.
Bolt from the blue with the flipping arm. Giotto with the air-powered spike. And Ming 2, 2 spikes
3,
and the front ram.
2, 1, activate.
Interesting to see what damage there was to Giotto before we even began in the pits. Well, you can see they're not right, are they? Driven immediately back there. And Ming 2 and Bolt from the blue almost like a pincer attack, forcing Giotto back to the arena wall and now dangerously towards the flame pit. The crowd loves Giotto and the boys from Dublin because they don't seem to be mind being charbroiled. But at the moment, is that an inflammable Giotto we're seeing out there? An indestructible Giotto? Well, they'll have to right themselves very quickly, Peter Redmond and Kieran Bird. Meanwhile, the 2 underdogs there, Ming 2 and Bolt from the blue, circle dangerously, avoid each other. Well, that was nothing, just a bit of a bruise and a bump, but Giotto is in real trouble here. Peter and Karen need to get out from that arena wall, and they are on fire now! That's the end, surely, for Giotto. It is! Oh, what a shame. So popular, but the ref bot comes in to extinguish the flames, and the boys from Dublin go out at this early stage.
Giotto start the long trek home. A seed goes out. Ming 2 and a Bolt from the blue go through.
Oh, Giotto, you fought and fought to get here. You missed your boat this morning from Ireland. Then your weapon wasn't working, you were overweight, you had to change the top. And it wasn't working as a self-righting mechanism then, so what chance did you stand?
Well, we didn't really have any chance with no chain. 30 seconds we could have got an extra split link in, but we didn't even have 30 seconds. We had to go.
That's the time, you know.
Oh, I'm still impressed with the fur as ever, though.
Oh, yeah, it's happy.
Yeah. We still have gallons of it in it there.
Yay, fur bikinis all round.
Flying by the seats of their fur-lined underpants, Giotto go out, Bolt from the blue and Ming 2 through with Firestorm 2 and Scar. This is how they line up then. Firestorm 2 will play Bolt from the blue. Scar will match with Ming 2.
Now, before the next battle, there's just time for some wanton demolition. When I was a teenager, the great thing about pinball arcades were all the girls hanging round you could impress. I never did get a high score, though. Maybe our pinball warriors might. Hey, let the trials begin!
And don't forget to score points in the pinball. You have to knock down barrels, balls, ride the bridge, open doors, hit specific targets. Oh, and dodge the house robots too. We've had 2 runners so far. 101 first up, 125 points, not bad. But then our second competitor's Hypnodisc scored 135 points, and that's a good run.
From Manchester, Spikosaurus.
A vacuum engineer, electronic engineer, and an IT consultant. New competitors to Robot Wars. Their machine can easily haul a car. And Spikosaurus also has a SRE-mech, a self-righting mechanism.
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1, activate.
Normal tactic, hit the barrels. 5 points for each barrel knocked over. That's a good start. That's at least 20 on the board. Dodge the house robots, Sergeant Bash, guarding one of the specific targets. You hit that big spear into the highlighted pit. There's another 25 points. You can see here Spikosaurus trying to get to the target. The spear is rolling, not towards the highlighted pit, top of your picture. You just saw it briefly. But there, bumps against the multi-ball release. If you release the balls, you get 10 points for each ball into a pit, another 5. really scoring enough points here, Spikosaurus. Tending to dodge towards one option and then veer towards another. If they can open that car door, they'll get 25 points, and they badly need points. Is there a problem here with the steering control, I wonder? Going side on towards the bridge, not scoring there. Matilda guarding that target. This is a little bit iffy from Spikosaurus. I don't seem to know their own mind. Go on, get the 50 points. No, out of time. Oh, how disappointing for them, but it really was a very poor run. And the judges agree with me. Only 40 points for Spikosaurus. Hypno Disc out in front with 135. But don't forget, 16 robots go in the Pinball Warrior tournament.
Those pinball players are all flipping mad. Let's crack on with the wars.
That's an interesting one, Craig. Look, the unseeded robots meet Scar and Ming 2. Bolt from the blue have a very tough one against the only seeds left in Heat C, Firestorm 2.
Graham and Alex, the Firestorm team. Now, you guys are pretty well equipped with engineering sciences sort of education, aren't you? You're doing a degree in mechanical engineering. And you're computing and
Electrical engineering.
2 separate degrees.
No, joint degree.
Joint degree. And you're both only 21.
Yep.
But here you are. You've done incredibly well so far. And I have heard that your pneumatic flipper has got more flips in it than Chaos 2.
Yes, that's true.
So if you actually had to go head-to-head with them, you might be in for a chance.
It could be. They're more powerful, but we can flip more times.
Excellent.
So, possibly.
And you're feeling okay for this war now?
Reasonable. We've got a dud battery in there, so it's touch and go, but I think we should be all right for this round.
Okay. Well, you're seeded 5th, aren't you?
Yeah.
So do your thing. You're not really techies, are you, you lot? You're a bit intimidated earlier about all that.
Just build it in the garage, you know. That's
built it in the garage?
Just a hobby.
I think you've done very well. Let's see what you're made of.
Doesn't stand a chance, this robot. Doesn't stand a chance. It's just going to get battered. It's got a chance.
Roboteers, stand by.
Despite the T-Boy in the pits, Firestorm 2 and Bolt from the blue here at this stage.
2, 1, activate.
Flaming flippability, Batman. Firestorm 2 on the attack again. Immediately against Bolt from the blue. Joint degrees. I can't even count to 1, 2, 4. Firestorm 2 nudging with Bolt from the blue. What they'll try and do, of course, is manoeuvre under Bolt from the blue to get the flipper in action, but there's a virtually zero ground clearance for Bolt from the blue. Built in that Lake District garage, and don't forget, they also have the CO2-powered flipping arm. A wedge shape. It's a sort of triangular wedge shape here. The designs have been brilliant, I think, in this series so far. Magnificent. Proves every series we've had what work goes into these robots, and though we may be a little bit flippant at times, well done to all of them. Bolt from the blue, underneath Firestorm 2, this is cagey stuff. Firestorm 2, surely not another seed to go out here. Already lost 2 in the competition. Graham Bone and Alex Mordew. Engineering boys from Durham, there they are. Alex at the controls there, you saw. Ooh, the pit starts to descend. The elevator to Robot Hades. Spinning. Intricate controls. There we have the Proctor team and Chris Ellery making up Bolt from the blue. Piggyback, piggyback. Firestorm dances away to build up momentum for another charge. It's hardly a military two-step at the moment. Bit of a wallflower at the disco is Bolt from the blue. Certainly the aggression here is from Firestorm 2 if it goes to the judges. Style control, damage and aggression, that's what they'll look for. Unless one of these is immobilised. Look at the traction on the arena floor. Firestorm 2 digging in so powerfully to hold on. Holding on to the centre of the arena floor now, Bolt from the blue. Almost like a squash match when you try and get to the tee, trying to stay in the middle of the arena floor. Time is ticking down though, look at that. I think this is going to go to the judges. Very, very difficult for them to decide on this one.
Cease.
That's too close for me to call. Close to the judges. Difficult job for them.
Well, that was more like Torval and Dean than mechanised mayhem. The audience aren't cheering, they're throwing flowers. Anyway, it's gone to the judges, but while they make their decision, let's have a look at some of the highlights of that last battle.
Yeah, it was attrition, Craig, more than dramatics. Firestorm 2, you see, backing away, so that's good control, side by side. Here, Bolt from the blue on the attack. One of the few we saw, really, in the battle. That'll count for Bolt from the blue. And again, inland underneath Firestorm 2, but Firestorm the more aggressive there, and once more, you see, on the attack. There they are. Noel Sharkey, Martin Smith, Myra Wilson.
Hey, nervous, lads? Yep. Nervous. I feel like a boxing referee here. Although you hardly laid a glove on each other, did you? But we've got a judge's decision, and the winner is... It's Firestorm 2! Well done, lads! Well, you're a very popular robot, but if it was a boxing competition, it would have been a no contest. You never really got going as far as a fight goes, really, didn't it? It was more like a dancing competition.
Yeah, we did.
No, he didn't, but he lived to fight another day, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it just seemed like you were so well matched as robots, same shape, same kind of arm mechanism. It was just like too well matched, really, weren't you?
Yeah, well, he couldn't, you know, get us.
He couldn't get you?
No.
But never mind.
Yeah.
They got through. You didn't, but you'll be back next year, won't you?
Maybe. Yeah.
Ooh, maybe. Well, we'll see. Both on the blue, ladies and gentlemen. Firestorm.
Yeah, it was great. Well, it was reasonable. I mean, we didn't really get any sort of punches in, as you said, so... When we just couldn't get underneath them, they was too low for us.
Well, you're through to the heat finals, though, so you...
Yeah, happy about that.
Yeah, and there's, like, hardly any damage to the robot. In fact, no damage to the robot.
It's all superficial.
You could progress a bit further, couldn't you?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, well, good luck. Ladies and gentlemen, Firestorm 2!
Thanks, Leah.
They're booing you, boys, they're booing you. They're not happy out there.
Graham and Alex. Now, do you think that was fair?
I think it was probably fair. I mean, it was very difficult to call that one. I think it was fairly lucky that we got through.
I think we hit them more times than they hit us. But they did lift us up at one point, but they didn't get us over, so... I think if they'd gotten us over, they would have won. But I think we hit them more times than they hit us.
And we were talking earlier about your lifting arm here, which has got more flips in it than Chaos 2.
Yeah, it didn't really come into play, really, did it?
Why not? Did you operate it?
No, we weren't under them far enough, so there's no point in lifting it up.
I see. Well, hopefully we'll see more of that later on. You're through.
Yeah.
Now, you've done well, because you started on Lego, didn't you? On technical Lego from a very early age.
Yes.
And that's where his mechanic skill has come from. And you're proud of yourself, boys.
Yeah. Reasonable. Yeah, I mean, we did well in the last wars, and we're here again for this wars, so see how it goes.
Any changes for the next round?
Just beating this flat.
Yeah, beat the wedge flat.
So you can get under them?
Yeah, that's it.
OK, we'll look forward to seeing that then, seeing some flip action.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks very much. The audience booed that decision vehemently.
Yeah, so they should. Yeah, we were cheated.
You weren't beaten, were you?
No, we weren't beaten.
So what happened? Why do you think it went with them?
Because they were seeded.
No. But Firestorm 2 through. Now look at this. Scar should have been fighting Ming 2, but they're out, and the Morgue have been reinstated. Let's go to the pits to find out why.
We lost both motor drives. The gearboxes have blown, so we've got no chance of getting another one. So we're out, and the Morgue are back in.
We're chuffed we're back in. Obviously
disappointed for these boys because we've got friendly with them, and we've had a couple of drinks with them, and a couple of more drinks, and a couple more drinks,
and a swim in the pool,
more drinks,
and a good sing-song.
We had a sing-song. You know, we got to know them really well. Over perhaps one evening, and
obviously we're coming up to Leamington Spa for our holidays in the summer.
We're coming down.
Apart from building robots.
We've got fishing down in Swansea, is it? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Good sheep safari down the Gower.
Yeah, we do sheep safaris and things like that.
So you're ready for the next round?
Yep.
But tell me the real reason that you're here.
Well,
I've heard rumours.
Yeah, well, we were here at the last wars, and we were up against Mortis, and we didn't really have a good crack at it, and we didn't do very well. Cut a long story short, we lost, and Arthur said to us, look, don't mean to, be rude, guys, but I don't know why they put people like you up against guys like us. And I thought, right, that's it. I'm going to come back and I'm going to show them who's the best here. So we want to get through to Mortis.
Yeah, well, good luck to you for that one.
Thank you.
I'll be there.
Thank you. Rooting for us.
Yeah.
Thank you.
The Morgue team have been incredibly lucky because Scar should have been in your place for this round, shouldn't they? But they couldn't get their robot back together, so that's what happens on Robot Wars. They are out, and you guys are back in.
That's right.
So what was your technical problem?
We had a bench shaft and our tool down there, but this is off Scar. This is the gearbox that went on their robot, which is why we're in. So you see the teeth are stripped on that. So that's how we got in.
Right.
We just had a minor problem with the bench shaft, that's all.
And I heard they even helped you sort your robot out.
Yes, they did. They were very helpful. Yeah, very helpful. Excellent boys.
Well done.
The morgue back from the dead.
Yeah, more back from the dead. And I happen to know that you used to manage a women's rugby team.
That's right, the Welsh women's rugby team, back in 1994, I think it was.
No, nothing is as scary as that, is it?
No, you're right there.
That'll be fun.
Roboteers, stand by.
Ming 2 has to start as the favourites here against the reinstated Morgue.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
I'm not too sure if a bent shaft is a minor problem for the Morgue as they take on Ming 2. Maybe it was because they didn't strengthen the attack there. They have the lifting fork spikes at the front. The Morgue, egg-shaped, low centre of gravity. Shell is Kevlar against Ming 2, all metallic. The air-driven spikes and that front rabble. Goodness me, the Morgue just roly-poly. Over and okay. At the moment then, I thought Ming 2 would be the ball-bearer of the Morgue in another battle in Robot Wars. See there the Grim Reaper on the side of the Morgue. Look at this! That's a real power battle there! The nose moving upward of Ming 2 to try and bend the front lifting forks of the Morgue and driving it into the CPZ, the corner patrol zone. So out comes Matilda. The house robots can do that. Oh, the Morgue very, very nearly torched. The pit starts to descend. In the pit, they're crying. The Morgue here. Are they immobilised? Will the Morgue boys be taken away from Robot Wars in a hearse? They're okay, but only just. Certainly Ming 2, I think, on top. Edging in sideways. What a brave battle, though, from the first-time competitors from Swansea. And they've been great fun. And, you know, I think they might have immobilised Ming 2. There's no driving those wheels. Andrew Cottrell's in trouble here. He can't get Ming 2 manoeuvring. Oh, in comes Shunt. Look at the power of the Shunt blade there. Absolutely lethal. And Ming 2 on the flame pit. The flipper's moving, but there's no drive. And Shunt nudges towards the ref bot. There's very little life in there. That deadly diamond edge axe blow of Shunt has a force of over 500 kilograms per square centimetre. It's done the damage. And Ming 2 in the pit. Wow, what a surprise. The Swansea lads go through. That's a stunner. Well, he's stunned anyway.
No doubt about it. Ming 2 goes out. The winners are the Morgue. How are you doing, young chaps? You must be gutted. You were doing so well for so long, and then you just seemed to run out of steam at the end there.
Must have just stopped something.
Yeah, you seemed to have burn out a motor or something, didn't you?
It just the drive just stopped completely, and I couldn't get it. The tools, the weapons were going, but nothing else was working. So
you must have thought you'd had it at that stage where you flipped him onto his back.
Yeah, but he rolled back over again, which is a bit of a...
World's first self-righting tortoise.
Yeah, we were giving it a good go, but unfortunately not quite enough. We broke down, so that's it, really.
Never mind. Commiserations, lads. Well, do you think you can go further?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we're chuffed. We're so excited to be here. The Morrison Comprehensive School down there in the corner as well. We're just so happy to be here. Yeah. Anything we do from now on in is just a bonus for us.
You're meeting Firestorm in the heat final. Now, Firestorm had a really easy journey through. He just danced and didn't have a fight. So,
Well, we lent them a screwdriver last time, and we're hoping they're hoping they let us win this time.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Morg.
Andrew and team, did you lose power?
Yeah, we lost power. I don't quite know what happened, but the controller just stopped. It must have been a safety mechanism cut in that I hadn't removed. So it just stopped. Don't know why. It just stopped.
Could happen to the best of you.
Yeah, unfortunately it does. I mean, but perhaps I should have done some more practicing beforehand to find out.
Well, it's always a good idea, isn't it?
Yeah.
But unfortunately, you won't go through now to fight Mortis, which you're
No,
all
I know.
excited about.
Yeah, a bit of a shame, really. A bit of a shame, because we'd like to have had a chance to, in the next war, to get Mortis, you know, but, I mean, this war to get Mortis, but
Yeah.
that's obviously the way it
And
goes.
do you have a message for them for the continuation of the wars?
Well, yeah, I guess I got a message. If I can muster enough energy for the next war, then we'll be back, Mortis, so watch out.
And this man builds helicopters, so he knows what he's doing, all right? Now, what are you repairing here? I know you've got hospital bed lifters in here.
Yes,
which you've probably stolen from some old lady.
Yes, we visited an old lady in hospital. Dorian took her flowers. Hugh kept her talking, and I took the thing off the bed. So...
Sorry, old lady. You are joking, aren't you?
If you're watching, we're doing well, old lady, so don't worry.
That old lady was my gran. I will remember it, the boys from Morg, but you're through, of course, to face Firestorm 2 in the Heat C final. Should be some battle.
Just like Bernard Manning's deodorant, our competing robots have some serious work to do in the pits. So in the meantime, let's have some fun. And talking of sweating it out, it's our sumo basho. Let the trials begin!
Sumo Basho, a tale of strength and endurance. Goodness me, Diotor have had a rotten robot wars, haven't they, this time around? Onslaught, top of the leaderboard, they lasted 17.31 seconds.
From Nutley in East Sussex, Scorpion.
Uni-Robot Wars, Scorpion driven by 2 wheelchair motors, has 2 chainsaw cutting discs, slow around the arena though, just 7 miles an hour. I'm not too sure if it'll be strong enough to stay in with shunt.
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1, activate.
Scorpion weighing in at over 76 kilos. Well, this is a steady start. Ooh. Will it be a quick finish though? Well, there's your answer. No sting in the tail for Scorpion. Teetering, teetering, tottering, and out.
From Chelmsford in Essex, Destructor Bubble.
More newcomers, a little bit sluggish, just 5 mile an hour top speeds, but they've conjured up a wonderful looking robot here.
Stand by.
Look at it. I love the Union Jack Bowler hat. Fantastic. Laughing in the face of adversity towards shunt.
1, activate.
The big bubble. Destructor bubble. Well, that's a good manoeuvre. Side on, you see Shunt can't get any leverage there. Now it can. Opening up for a broadside from Shunt.
Cease.
Brilliant. Drove straight off into the tyres. One eye shut, one eye open. Oh, but look at that. The bubble hasn't burst. 11.91 seconds, and they go second. We have 10 more robots to go in Sumo Basho.
There'll be more good pushing next time, but right now it's back to the wars.
Well, this is how the Heat C final lines up. Firestorm 2, number 5 seeds against the Morg. And they really are proving great entertainment down there in the pit area. The boys from Swansea.
Why, Delilah? La, 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 la. Why, Delilah? La, 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 la.
Beautiful, guys. That was a special one for the ladies back home who are apparently missing their men. They're on holiday, and you're here for Robot Wars.
Yes, quite.
It's,
by the skin of your teeth.
By the skin of our teeth, yes. I mean, we were on a dog's chance last time, now we're on a blind dog's chance this time. Hopefully we'll be a blind dog's chance with one eye next time. So we're up against Firestorm again. And yeah, we've helped repair their robot, so hopefully they'll take
here on us.
We lent them a lot of tools in the last sort of hour and a half, so they should go easy on us so that we can beat them. Mind you, we've sharpened up our offensive a bit. We made some nice holes in them this morning and hope to make a few more today.
But if they don't, and we don't win this one, we know we live, boys.
This is quite rare in Robot Wars to have you compete head-to-head again with the same team.
Oh yeah, it certainly is. I mean, we wouldn't have been with them unless the other team in the first round had gone out. So, yeah, it's quite strange.
But luckily you were on top then, so you must be a bit more confident than them.
Yeah, well, I mean, we've beaten them once, so I think we can do it again.
And have you made any changes to your robot?
Yes, we have. We've put our bigger batteries back in that we had originally when it came in overweight, and we've taken out our little jumping cylinder, which doesn't really affect the robot's performance much because it didn't really have much effect.
Right, so you've scrapped that and gone for more power.
Yeah.
Which you probably won't need, because you did win last time, but they are a lucky team.
Oh, yeah, they certainly are. I mean, with the luck they're having, I mean, we'll be down the pit.
Oh, don't say that now. Don't tempt fate.
From Durham, seed number 5, Firestorm.
Cost £2,000 to build Firestorm. The engineering students, Graham Bone and Alex Mordew.
From Swansea, Morg.
My granny's hospital bed in that machine. Mark Cooper, Hugh White, Dorian Corden.
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1, activate.
Replacing the series semi-finals. Firestorm 2 don't get through to this stage on a judge's decision. The Morg through to this stage are being reinstated. And the Morg immediately under fire from Firestorm. More power in Firestorm for this heat final. Rolling the Morg. I wonder if a viable tactic would be to get the Morg up against the arena sidewall and roll it there so that it can't actually turn over and right itself. We'll wait to see if the Firestorm uses that. The Morg just manoeuvring itself away to try and get a run-up so that it can get the forklift underneath the shape of Firestorm 2. Firestorm 2, that time nearly flipping Morg up on its edge, and this time that was a power spurt, and the Morg literally flew through the air and into the CPZ. And that means, of course, the house robots can attack. Matilda down there in that area. Oh, you wouldn't want to tangle with Matilda, otherwise you will end up in the Morg. Mind you, this Morg has the power to bring you back from the dead. Ooh, that's spooky. Back in at the Morg. Second chance at Robot Wars. Intricate controls. Mark Cooper there, the technician, guiding the Morg around. Push towards the arena sidewall. Now, this is what I thought they might have done in the first place. And Firestorm didn't follow it up. And the judges will have noted that when it comes to their decision, if it comes to their decision. The Morg nudges Firestorm. And that arena wall has studs. It has blades. It has the odd lick of flame. You want to be further out. Oh, look, the pit starts to descend, and they're dangerously close now. The Morg, and they went on, and Firestorm's driven in. When the Morg went on, they think they've won it, the Morg. But Firestorm throws themselves into it as well. They think they're beaten. What an upset this could be.
Cease.
Well, they think they've won it, the Morg boys.
There's a bit of controversy here. The Morg think they've won, but the judges want to make a decision, so we're going to have to go over to the judges.
Well, certainly Firestorm 2, the more aggressive early on. The Morg tumbling across the arena floor there. Firestorm on the attack once more, but it was... Who was immobilised first here? I think the Morg just wedged themselves on, first of all. Let's have another look. Were they wedged there before Firestorm went in? Well, it's going to be very, very, very controversial. In went Firestorm.
OK, chaps, nervous? Hot up here, isn't it? Sweating on a decision, aren't we? Well, the decision's come through. And what the judges have said is that the pit was activated. And Morg went into it first, and though it wasn't immobilised for 30 seconds, they say Firestorm was winning on points up to that point anyway, so they've given it to Firestorm! You guys must be absolutely gutted.
Well, looking down there, Craig, there's one in the pit and there's one out of the pit, but...
We always get a bit of controversy on Robot Wars. I don't make the decision, so you don't chin me. You're almost in tears.
Hey, we know where you live, boys. And we come into Durham to find you, man. Pits or no pits.
You were convinced you won. That reaction was great television. But the judges have made a decision.
Like Mark says, Cooper, outstanding driver. There's one in the pit, there's one out of the pit.
They said you were immobilised and you were kind of in the pit. That was their decision. Never mind. Take it up with the judges. You better find out where they live as well. Ladies and gentlemen, give a round of applause for the Morg Posse! You must be totally relieved!
Yeah.
Did you think you'd won it?
We thought we had.
You thought you had? You thought they were in the pit before you?
Yeah, and both of us were immobilised at the end, and I think we've been sort of rolling them over a few times, so we thought we'd won up to that point, and then when both went in the pit, weren't really sure.
Good for you that the judges agreed with you.
Again, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Firestorm Posse! Well, you can stick your vegetarians and your old carnivores, because we only eat metal on Robot Wars. Bye-bye.
Another real battle to be number one. Top of the Pops about to start on BBC One shortly.